Okay, we're live.
Are you? Are we? Are we? I don't see anything here, eh?
Let's check for Facebook first.
Yeah, but I don't see anything, eh?
Eh,
Okay,
okay, fine.
finally. Oh,
I
good.
don't see anything here, eh?
Gosh. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Gosh. Okay, we are running late. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so sorry
Uh,
for the technical
yeah, we have some
error.
technical issue because we are switching to a new platform. All right. And so, can we just start by saying,
Welcome to
welcome everybody. Let's get it right. Okay.
Okay, so this is our third episode of our Get It Right series, and today, you see a wide variety of masks here, and we're gonna talk already about some misunderstandings, some misconceptions, some ideas around what's this mask about, how is it really good, and how does it really prevent you from getting COVID-19?
Yeah, exactly. Months ago, or rather, even the same time last year, nobody would ever really thought of wearing a mask. All right, this is something that is probably not even going to happen in our daily lives. But can you imagine right now? You before you get out of the house every day, you check your keys, you check your wallet, and the next thing you check is, oh, where's my mask? So obviously, right now, mask has becoming part of our daily lives, and we thought it is obviously a good idea to talk about mask, right? And because it's so important in our daily life right now, and so as you can see, we have a lot of stuff on the table, showing all kind of masks. I mean, today we're not here to say actually really tell you which mask is better or so, but really, but but rather we want to sort of put things in the right perspective. In fact, you look at Wilun, he not only has a mask, he has a face
Face
shield.
shield. Face shield.
So, do you really need a face shield? Well, I mean, just to start, we realized that a few months back, just when the COVID-19 was becoming very serious and everybody was in a frenzy and panic, a lot of things are not available. You probably wouldn't even think of getting a face shield. In fact, it might not be easy to get a face shield. But right now, you can actually get it almost everywhere. So, and then we happen to be able to get it at four pieces. All right, four pieces at only
$10.
$10. Yeah, exactly. So and then it looks pretty cool, and so we thought we need to. Well, just I'll show you. So you see, you have like a something like a spectacle frame. All right, and then you come with a shoe, and then okay. So how come his plastic shoe looks clearer than mine? Yeah, exactly. We realized later we need to peel off the protective part of it. You see, you have to peel it off. If not, you'll be seeing everything in a foggy manner.
And there's
Okay.
two sides, both sides.
Yeah. Front and back, you have to peel too. Okay. So once you peel it off, the rest become very straightforward. You just have to put the the holes into the blue loop here. All right, and then oh shit, I'm having a bit of trouble. Obviously, you can see I'm not the pro in this area, and then we haven't really wore it like every day. But yep, okay, we are struggling, but we are managing. So once you put it in, okay, you see, okay. What I'll say,
So, so you actually see from the banner below, right? You can see that we are asking for anyone to can ask any questions, comments in our section. Whether you are watching this on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll be able to pick it up and answer you.
yep, right, great. So you see, now he has a face shield, I have a face shield. So in a way, we are very, very protected. But whether you want to wear this in this manner, going out to shop in Orchard Road or not, it's up to you. In fact, I was telling Wilun just the other day, I saw somebody walking to a restaurant with a mask and even a goggle. A big goggle, like those safety goggle, in the yeah. Some people just really want to protect themselves. So anyway, this is not a mask. No, I mean this is not a must. MUST.
mask.
Yeah. But if you want to get this right now, it's quite easily available. And then this is something that you want to consider. So anyway, other than that, before we start, then you see that we have so many kind of masks. You see, and it comes in different boxes and things like that. And then you even have something like this, you know, which looks pretty cool. All right. And really, one thing, if you are coming from Singapore just like us, I would like to also tell you that it's quite amazing that sometime back in March, every household in Singapore was given a free mask
Free mask by the government.
by our government. All right, free. And then in fact, every household get at least four. Oh no, four. Get four. No, got at least four. Four. And then I remember the very first time when they gave us, you know, the face mask, it was something like this. It was just the usual disposable face mask, just like this.
Single use.
Single use. And everybody get one. Every family, every household get one. So no big deal. All right. And then little do we know that along the way, they gave us something that is reusable, which is pretty cool. And also the same thing, every household get four. So this is the next one that we give. Okay, it's made of cloth. All right, 2-ply. All right, I'm not sure whether it's useful or not, but yep, it was given to us. And then yep, so this is how it is. And later, we got an improved version, and it came in this packaging. And then one packaging has one, and every family has one. Has four. Sorry. So you see, as you can see, this is in improved version. Even has a metal wire here to support the nose bridge. But compared to the earlier one, everything is just cloth. All right, and then the latest we get was this, also complimentary of the government.
Which is the one that we're wearing right now.
Exactly, this is the one we're wearing, and it's very nicely done. As you can see, even the strap has different colors. And in fact, when I went to claim mine, I make sure that I want to get the color that I want, and then I got the orange and also the purple one, which is 101. And it has also red, there's also white strap. So it makes it very good looking in a way. And this is a much better version of what they previously gave us, because right now not only they have a bridge, all right, and then it's more comfortable, more breathable, and you know, it looks more fitting in a way. And these are all given by our Singapore government for the last few months. And then coincidentally, next month in August, we are going to celebrate our 55 National Day. All right. And then again, they gave every family fun pack. And then we have the new latest, this four of this reusable mask. And the interesting, you see, I didn't even, it hasn't even opened it. All right, the amazing thing is that this has now a special design that has a Singapore Malayan icon on it, which is basically to celebrate our National Day. All right, and these are all reusable. Means I use this and I can wash it, and I can keep reusing it again. And again, also they gave us some surgical masks. All right, which is also under our very own ST Engineering Manufacturing. So these are all the masks that we have gotten so far. And really, the question we also want to ask is, are they all the same? Are they all the same? Is it really, does it really matter if I pay a bit more to get some masks, like what a lot of people are saying? Oh, should we get an N95 mask? You know, and then should I get even some of the more high-tech breathing masks?
Looks very
like like a Terminator science fiction mask. So does it really matter if you want to pay some extra instead of using all this complimentary masks, or you just want to buy some of this very simple disposable face mask? And incidentally, when you check on the market right now, the price of the mask has actually come down a lot.
Yeah, come down a lot.
All right. For example, this is probably like 50 pieces. And it's about $35 Singapore dollars. And then you can actually get it from some of the places and it's like $50 for 50 pieces for only $10.
Yeah.
You see the difference? How is it that this is $35 for 50, and how is it that some people are selling it at $10 for 50 pieces? And when you really compare both of them, gosh, we can't really tell which is which.
Which is which?
Because
which is better?
yeah, which is better. And then all of them got the straps, all of them got
The metal piece.
the metal piece. Yeah, and then all of them say that they are 3-ply, and then of course they will say that they are what? BFE, they are PFE. We'll come to that later, okay? But we just want to say this as an introduction. So many masks, okay? So many differences. How do we choose? And are we sure that you are using the mask right? Are you knowing that you are using it in the right way? Okay, so
we're gonna start off by showing you a very short video clip. I mean, we mentioned there's so many places you can get masks. So please enjoy the video, and we'll see you after the video.
okay, welcome back. All right, that was a video that we shot just to show you what we have been shopping. All right, over the last few days, just to prepare for this program. And incidentally, while shopping, we also realized that there are so many mask-related accessories available right now, other than just people selling masks. And we're talking about we're chit-chatting and discussing one thing, and then we realized one thing. Why is this? As you can see from the video, why is this place selling so many masks? Because everybody needs it now. Like I said, this is a part and parcel of our daily lives already. And so naturally, we're going to show you a few things. It's like how to wear a mask to start with, because everybody thought, oh, what's so difficult, right? So to start, all right, this is a mask. All right. And then, actually, I realized one thing. Remember, this is a mask, but actually the full name is called face mask. It's not a mouth mask. It's a face mask. So you're supposed to cover your entire face. Right. Entire face. Okay? Okay? Like that, full. Not like that. Not like that. Okay, also not like that. You're supposed to cover the entire face. And make sure you pull this thing and press down this iron support, wire support, and making sure that it covers all the way, extend all the way. While researching, we realize that all the professionals are saying that you're supposed to make sure that your face is well covered, and this thing, the strap, it cannot be too loose, neither you want it to be too tight, because having it too tight will be very uncomfortable, right? But it must be tight enough to make sure that between the face and the mask, you should not have any leak. So you see, a lot of people are wearing it all wrong, right? A bit messy lah, you know, maybe the mask is not in the right position and things like that. So maybe I can share some of this so that you know, to make sure that the mask can really protect you, you must wear it correctly. Okay? All right. Now the next thing is, how do you take it off? How do you take it off?
How do you take it off? Basically, you're not supposed to touch any part of this, the center of the mask. You're supposed to just touch the string, take it out, and just, just put it somewhere else.
Yeah, if this is a single-use mask, once you take it out, don't touch anything here.
Or inside.
Don't touch anything here. Supposedly, there could be contamination here,
Also
and outside there will be contamination.
Yep.
So like that, you should just put in a plastic bag or what and dispose it properly. All right, don't just throw it onto the field or throw it onto the floor and then just let it be. No, you have to throw it, dispose it off carefully, and don't touch any of this thing. All right. Okay. Last thing is that we also realize that because this thing is going to be with us like on a daily basis, and then if you're like me now using a reusable mask, all right, you're supposed to go back and wash it, right? Oh, incidentally, they advise if you use this for one whole day, once you reach home, you take it out, you're supposed to wash it immediately. Don't think that, oh, this one is like your underwear, can wear 2 more days. No, that was a joke. Okay, but now the question is, how do you keep this? Let's say you go to work, you wear this, and then after that you go for lunch, and then when lunchtime, right, you take it out, correct now? So you know how to eat. You take it out, then how do you keep it properly? So we realize that right now in the market, they sell a lot of these accessories that allow you to so-called keep your mask properly. All right, you see? All right, and then you fold it, and all you need to do is strap it in, and then it becomes very secure, and you well protected. You don't leave it on the table, you don't leave anything. All right, and then it's very nicely maintained. And then when you want to wear it again, all you need to do is to take it out, right? And then put it back. Cool, right? So this is one of the accessories, and then it comes in white, it comes in
Also
green, all sorts of colors, and then it's not expensive. I think one bag has 5 pieces, which means I bought these 3 bags, right? Total 15 pieces. Guess what? Only $10. Yeah, 3 bags for $10, and then total of 15 pieces. So it's good to buy one and share among your family members. All right, and then we also saw this mask case. Looks quite cute, right? I think some of the kids or the ladies may find it very interesting. So what you do is the same thing. You can open it up and store your mask nicely, and then close it, and then you bring it along. In fact, the good thing about this is that while that only store one mask, this one you can put 3 or 5 per bag. Cool, right? Yeah. So this is what we found out. There are so many new opportunities of business whereby you not only a lot of people are selling masks, they're also selling all these mask accessories. So, at this point, before we go on to our next segment, all right, leave us a comment. Give us a thumbs up. Okay, say something good about us. Or even if you want to share it, okay? Yeah, if you want to share our video, okay? We will send you one of these mask souvenir, no, accessories as prizes. All right, just a token and just an appreciation. Share our video, give us some comment, whatever. All right, we will send you this. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Okay, so next we're actually gonna see first, like small little sun. So we have a lot of masks, but we're gonna really compare and how good are they in the filtering test. So we're gonna move on to the other table.
Okay, great. Come.
Okay.
Have you switched it to the handheld? Okay, let's switch it to the handheld.
Okay, so we're gonna see Edmund right here. Okay, so this is Edmund. He's gonna help us with doing this little stunt today. And then so actually what you can see right here is that we have this thing, which is, you know, in the very first video that you saw, right? At the very end, we actually bought. The reason why we go to Phoon Huat is actually to buy this black charcoal powder. Okay, we actually have it over here. So it looks like that. Okay, it's black charcoal powder, and then we pour it out this thing. Okay, and this black charcoal powder is very fine. It's gonna represent our particles. Okay, our particles that we get in contact with every single day. So Emma, can you please show us, what we're going to do today is really, we're going to put the mask over this charcoal powder. And then we're going to put a tissue paper over it. And we're going to run a vacuum through it. So the vacuum is going to suck up the powder through the mask. And we're going to see how effective the mask is in filtering the charcoal powder. Okay. So let's look at what Emma is doing. Okay. So you see, there's a vacuum right there. Turn it on. It might be a bit loud. Okay. Let's vacuum it for 10 seconds. So right now the charcoal particles are going through the mask, through the tissue paper to the vacuum, and then we can see how much particles actually goes through the mask. Okay, so this is for the first mask that we are going to test out. Okay, this mask, it says BFE 99%. Okay, so what is actually BFE 99%? Well, Emma's going to try the second one. I'll just explain a little bit. Okay, so masks usually have their standards in which they are tested. So the most common one is actually BFE. And BFE is to test out the filtration capacity for particles that are 3 micron in size. Okay, so if you see like a 99% BFE, it just means that for particles that are 3 micron in size, okay, their filtering capability is 99%. Okay, and let's go to the second one. 10 seconds. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, so you see, actually, it's not much of a difference. Okay, it's not much of a difference. This one we have right here, specification. If I'm not wrong, this is 98% BFE. Okay, I'm going to get Emma to try the one that I'm wearing right now, which is the latest one that the government is giving. Okay, this one. He's going to try it. Okay. Okay. results. Okay, this one looks just about the same darkness as the other two as well. So although the BFE for this mask is probably going to be about the same as the other two, about 98, 99%. Okay. So there's another thing called the PFE, which is the particulate filtration efficiency as well. And this one is usually for like surgical masks or respirators. So there are a lot of different kinds of masks. Respirators like N95, they are mostly used for people who are always in the front line. Okay, front line, whereby they are always exposed to maybe say patients who are sick, people who are in enclosed areas where they don't have much choice, but then they have to meet a lot of people and be in an environment where it might be dangerous. Okay, so we'll move on. Next, we'll move on, and we are going to show you another little stuff. Okay, we're going to show you another little stuff that we're going to do. So next one, we're going to introduce our stuntman, which is Jiajun. Okay, Jiajun. So what we're going to do, we're going to put him inside this acrylic case and light up the mosquito coil. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fit the acrylic case over his head and see how long he can stand wearing the mask.
Because it's our stuntman.
It's our stuntman, so we need to make him do.
Don't practice at home.
Don't practice at home.
Yeah, basically it's our stuntman. So we really want to test how powerful our stuntman is. Alright, and so now with the mosquito coiling lead, we're going to put this acrylic box over him. And then cover it up with the mosquito coil. Gosh, we're trying to torture him actually. Right. Okay.
Sure got no mosquito.
Right, this test has no relevance or no significance at all. But what we want Jiajun to do is another thing even more important.
Okay, so this is something that we're going to touch on later. What exactly is the purpose of the mask if the COVID virus is so much smaller than what the mask can filter? Okay, so actually this mask is going to help you to keep people around you really healthy, or rather it prevents yourself from spitting or coughing or sneezing onto someone else. So we're going to get Jiajun to try and blow out this candle, okay, at a 10 cm distance. Okay. Usually on a 10 cm distance, I think if you take out your mask, it's not of an issue. Okay, you can blow it out. But we're going to get him to try and blow it out with the mask. Okay, as hard as possible. Okay, so Jiajun's going to try and blow out. You want to try again? Okay. So actually, if you can see, right, this mask, although it doesn't have such a strong, filtration capability to filter out really the COVID-19 virus, but it's able to really keep all the air, all the particles, and all the droplets inside your own mask, such that you don't, punch out别人. You make sure that your droplets do not get to someone else.
Yeah.
And therefore, that would be like a possible mean of transmission.
Yep, of course.
So thank you, Jiajun.
All right.
Now I'm going to go back to our main screen. Go back to our main screen.
You mean you're not going to do the 1 meter?
No, 10 cm. Okay. So we're going to come back to our main. Thank you, Jiajun. Thank you, Jiajun. Okay, so we're going to show you another slide right now. If you can Oh, okay. Let us show you a video.
Maybe we should do this. We should give a briefing on this first. Why are we doing this test, right? Yeah, can you hear us? All right. We are not being messy, just that we're trying to be as comprehensive as possible. Actually, this vacuum charcoal powder test, as you can see, when what we're trying to do is to simulate. All right. Okay. The, what do you do?
Oh, we put it above the outside of
Okay.
this. Yeah. And then the powder's at the bottom.
And the powder is at the bottom.
Yep. So the powder actually goes through the mask first before it reaches the tissue paper.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
So the powder was below. It goes through the mask, and then eventually, we use this tissue to signify how much the dust can actually travel past
the mask. Yep.
the mask. And you can see, despite whether it's this single use or this usable, actually all the dust will go past.
Mm.
And then even though you can understand that this there is a standard attached to each of these masks, be it
BFE
BFE
or
95%
PFE.
or PFE 98%, all of them go past. I mean, it's not a scientific test, but it's just want to tell you that somewhat or another, the filtration capability of all these masks is not exactly at 100%. And this is one of the revelation that we recognize when we're trying to research for today's topic.
Yep.
Which is, what is
The purpose
the
of the mask.
purpose of our mask? In fact, even before we try to understand this topic tonight, all along I keep thinking that, gosh, I need to buy a good mask.
Mm.
Maybe an N95 or even a N95 mask with a respiratory function, so that not only can protect me better, I also can breathe better. That was my initial thought. But after all the research, and then we stumbled upon one of these tests, this charcoal test, the idea that the professionals trying to tell us is that the mask, the protection purpose of the mask is not about filtration.
Yep.
Filtration has got nothing to do with this. You know what I mean?
Maybe you can
And
share a
see-
video.
You can see all this.
Mm.
Everything goes past. Of course, depending on the quality that the mask was made, you can see that no, it's not as some are better and some are not as good. And actually, I'm quite pleased to know that our government supplied
Mask.
is actually not too bad, no?
Yeah. It looks a bit lighter than the
It looks
other.
a bit lighter even. And this is reusable type. And these are all the single ones. And so at this point of time, my key point to every one of us who are watching us out there, we realize that filtration is not the key purpose of the mask so-called. All right? And as you look at it, you look at all the boxes of masks that you can buy out on the street right now. Sometimes you really can't tell, right, between this and this. All right? And if you are just looking at the
Labeling,
packaging and
yeah.
trying to understand what are all these materials, I think I'm not offend people, but the point is, it is irrelevant. It's meaningless. Whether you put 95%, 98%, 99%, that is not the key purpose of the mask. All right, because that is got nothing to do with filtration. Okay, and then the whole idea of the mask is how you can protect yourself. All right, in terms of the what I call it, the droplets or the aerosols that is flying around in the air, especially when you come into a crowd contact with people. So I think it's fine. It's very difficult for me to explain. Maybe we can show you a video, and you probably will understand it better.
Okay.
All right, let's look at the video.
This is a video made by a group of German physicists. The circle in the background is a kind of mirror that, combined with a special photography technique, allows you to see the flow of air. In this case, it is showing how far air particles travel when someone breathes, and when they cough, which makes the respiratory particles travel further and faster. This is what it looks like when someone coughs into their hand and into their elbow. And this shows the travel of air particles when coughing while wearing two types of masks, a dust mask and a surgical mask. This isn't a scientific study. It simply shows something face masks do very well. They limit how far away from you respiratory particles can travel. Let's look at the two ways COVID-19 is transmitted. One way is by touching an infected surface and then touching your face. This is called fomite transmission. The second way someone's respiratory particles can reach you is directly, like this. This is a slowed down recording of a sneeze. It shows the kinds of respiratory particles a sneeze emits and how far they travel. From a sick person, these droplets are packed with millions of viral particles that fall in close range and infect whatever they land on. Look at this video again, though, and you'll see that we also produce these longer range, smaller particles which evaporate and can leave the virus hanging in the air. These are called aerosols, and we still don't really know how infectious they are for the average person. But experts think they mostly pose a threat to medical workers who work up close to patients with COVID-19.
If you're a foot away from the patient who's coughing as you're trying to intubate them, aerosols are going everywhere. For you and me, you're just walking around, walking your dog, going to the grocery store, your risk is way higher from fomites.
Great.
Aerosols are going everywhere.
So you understand about the video? Gosh, I think there's a lag or something like that, right? But anyway. So as you can see from the video and what we tried to explain to you earlier, all right, whether you see it from our charcoal test or whether you see it from our candle test, all right, I think the key point right now here is that understand that the mask, the key protection feature is not from the filtration, all right, is to make sure that if you are sick, all right, you don't spread your saliva and your, germs to everyone else around you. That's number one. And then if you are not sick and you have no choice but to go out of your house, all right, you want to make sure that you are protected against possible, dispersion of droplets and aerosol onto you. That's why in the beginning we told you, right, when you get home and you take out your mask, never touch the inside and never touch your outside of the mask. And then because once you touch it, you may have the likelihood of actually coming into contact with any possible viruses that was caught on the mask. And then what happened next? You start to rub your eyes, rub your nose, rub your mouth, and then you realize that you wear one whole day of mask, and then you caught the virus on your own mask with your own hands, and then you actually rub your eyes. And actually that brings us to the next point, which is this kind of contamination is actually what they call the fomite transmission, right? Fomite as in F-O-R-M-I-T-E. Fomite transmission, as you can see from our slides right now. You see, fomite transmission are possible surface to surface, touch. Okay, for example, I cough into my keys, all right, and then I'm actually sick, and then I pass my keys to you, and then you touch the keys, and then you touch it. So that's called fomite transmission. You know what I mean? So actually, right now, what we should understand is that the COVID-19 viruses transmission comes in many forms. All right, it's not only one single form. So I think at this point, we need to put things into perspective and context, telling everybody that, hey, wearing masks is not the only way to protect yourself. And then the protection of the mask is not because it can filtrate away the viruses. The protection of the mask comes from the fact that it's supposed to make sure that the possibility of fomite transmission onto your face or aerosol transmission is eliminated in that aspect, but not in terms of its filtration. So we are going to show this slide, right? Chart.
Yeah.
So if you can see from this chart right now on the right hand side, right? All right. The idea is like that. If two persons are not wearing masks, right?
Yeah.
And you see, that's why we sit so close. We also wear masks right now. Can you imagine if two of us talk and then we don't wear masks, the risk of transmitting viruses to each other is 90%. High not? High lah. Correct not? All right. And therefore, if he wear and I don't wear, and then we talk like that, the risk of transmission is 30%, as you can see. And then, but
if the one who is speaking,
yeah,
wears your mask, it actually contains a lot of the droplets and aerosols inside your mask.
yes. So you can see when a person talk, right, a lot of aerosols, a lot of aerosols transmission is produced in the air. So as you realize that once you start to wear masks, the risk will significantly reduce down to the possibility of only 1.5% risk when both of them are wearing masks. And actually the point is this: when you don't wear masks, the best thing is don't talk. Okay, once you talk, you increase the risk of spreading. And that's why a lot of people are asking some question like, why take MRT or take bus and then how come a lot of places cannot watch, cannot go for party, cannot do like that? Can you imagine you go to the pub? You go to the pub, let's say the pub is not open. All right, you think you go to the pub, you wear mask? You have to drink like that, you see? And then the next thing, you go to the pub, you don't talk, man. You should talk one night. No mask, some more talk. Then somebody sing karaoke, whether out or not, still sing. So you can imagine how it's not able to increase the risk of transmission. Of course it will. Then on the other hand, then they say, how come take MRT? Squeeze until so close already, they allow. Of course, because everybody's supposed to do what? Wear mask. And then secondly, what? Don't talk. Correct. That's why sometimes I go take MRT, I see a lot of people talk and talk and talk. I also very scared. I say for no reason why talk so much. You know what I mean? This is the time we're supposed to, you don't talk. So can you imagine everybody in the MRT wear masks, but they don't talk. Okay? Not even talking on the phone. Right? The risk of transmission is down to 1.5% only. So you understand the logic right now? Okay? So the protection, the mask, the purpose of the mask is not to filtrate anything. No, don't talk about filtration on the mask anymore. So actually, by right, we have been doing a lot of things right now. You don't have to spend a lot of money, okay, paying for expensive masks with thinking that you go filtrate. It doesn't work this way. In fact, I want to show you this particular mask. No, this one, no, never mind. Nah, you see, I bought this. Initially, I thought this mask quite cool, right? You see, see 2 layer, Wow, then so nicely designed. This square, this triangle little thing, somehow just put my nose inside. Cool, right? This like that cost me $5. No, one piece $5. This one is 50 pieces. $35. No, and as I can tell you, some of this now is you can actually get it at 50 pieces only $9.90. So, and then some people actually went to get the 3M now shit, all those N95 one, then special respiratory system mechanism. Wow, they say that to protect themselves better so that, and then it can filter off. Actually, the idea is all wrong. All right, you don't need to go for filtration. Filtration of the mask is basically not in consideration. The idea of the mask in terms of protection is to make sure that it protects you against all the possible aerosol transmission droplets in the air. All right, and also therefore everything we know right now, it works. Because why? When you walk out of the house, right, you wear mask. You walk out of the house, you're not supposed to talk too much. Right? And that's why at home you don't need to wear mask, right? Right? And then at home it's only your own family members. But when you go out, all right, the moment you realize that you are out of your comfort and safety zone on your home, you know that mask is on. All right, but you know, you're supposed to cut down on talking. Everybody should remember that right now we are going to post-COVID phase 2, and we have a lot more freedom to travel outside the house. Okay, not because the COVID-19 has disappeared. It's only because the cases are more controllable. So don't think that now we can go out. The virus is gone, no? Or rather, the virus has gone weaker. No, the virus is still as strong as before. It's just that it's more containable. And at the same time, more people are realizing that we have to wear masks and we have to not talk too much when we are outside. So please remember all these things. I mean, honestly, if you want to talk about filtration of viruses, right? Like I said, it's not coming from masks. You should really seek what we know, something more high-tech and more technically driven, which is an air filter, like what we have behind the two of us right now. Okay, this is really air filtration system that can really tackle and filter possible viruses and bacteria. But honestly, you can't carry this out of your house as you walk, right? So heavy, right? Okay, so you can either put this in your home or install it in your car, because there's some car version one. But beyond that, wear your mask. Talk less. But remember, mask is not to filter, but merely to protect. So wear it properly and nicely. Okay?
So the last one, I'm gonna show.
Yeah, so actually, up to now, okay, we want to make you understand the last part before we close the show tonight. Okay, as you can see from our last slide, right? When two person is wearing mask and then you talk with limited communication, the risk can be as low as 1.5% of transmission. You know what I mean? But the moment two person wear masks and you keep a distance, all right, of at least 6 feet, you lower that risk of transmission as low as 0%.
It's just like how Jiajun cannot even blow that candle off.
Yeah,
10 cm away from him.
exactly. So you see that candle test was to show you that, all right, once you put on mask, right, whether the person is healthy or whether the person is sick, no matter how hard he tried to breathe, all right, the thing can't go far beyond 6 feet. So which means what? Mask is one feature of protection, right? The second protection is what? Safety distance. So you understand why the one what I call that? Why the what is that? Government insists that we should have at least 1 meter of safety distancing. You know what I mean? So together with two, right, you suddenly realize that, oh, I understand now. We have what? We have mask, we have social distancing. This is 2 levels of protection in terms of this COVID-19. All right. So the last slide we have for you right now, it shows the third weapon you have against COVID-19, which is actually initially we all remember and we all know and we all was being reminded of every now and then. But I think somewhat a lot of people forgot already, because you know this COVID-19 really stretch people out, like really try people too thin, right? Because it's been like from February until now, wow, it's been almost 5 months, 6 months already. So a lot of people also forget. It's really right, quite fatigued in a way, you know, what you thought initially was important, after a while you forget. The third thing that you need to remember is what? Is wash your hands. You know what I mean? So remember what we talked about, the formite transmission? Formite transmission means surface to surface. For example, you thought what I call that? Touching the button of the lift, right? Then will what? Will kena, right? It's true. That's called formite transmission. But that does not mean that you should use your leg to press a lift. I heard some people use their leg practice taekwondo or karate, use their leg, kick high, and then press the lift. All right. Actually, it's very simple, right? Can use your handphone, right? Just press also can, what? Can use your elbow, what? Can use your knuckle, what? Can use a lot of places, right? Why use your feet? So funny. Might as well you try to use your bum. Doesn't make any sense, right? But the important thing is, whatever you touch, remember, don't rub your eyes, don't rub your nose, don't rub your mouth, don't rub other people's eyes, don't rub people's nose, don't rub other people's mouth. Make sure you do what? Wash your hand. Frequently wash your hand. So with that, you realize one thing. You have washing your hands, you have a social distancing, and then you wear your mask. You should be safe. And last but not least is, if you have nothing important, don't go out of your house. Isn't it? All right. If you always stay in your house, okay, it's not all that bad, right? Correct or not? You have Netflix, you have HBO, you have Prime Video, you have so many TV to watch right now, and then you have so many games. Like what a lot of people say, circuit breaker is tough. All right, circuit breaker is tough. And then we are so fortunate we are out of the circuit breaker, and then we are actually allowed to get out of the house. But if you really nothing to do, right, you don't say, let's go for picnic. Crazy. Huh? Nothing better to do, you can picnic at home. Like I said, circuit breaker is over, but if you have nothing urgent, you don't need to go out, don't go out. Correct or not? You'll be safest in that manner. But you have to go out, wear your mask, wash your hand, keep your safety distance. Isn't it? So I hope you enjoy what we have for you today. And then it has been very interesting presenting this topic to you. And we hope, we sincerely think that you will be able to learn one thing or two. And so don't forget, leave us your comments, give us your likes, and then if you have been sharing our video tonight outwards, okay, and then we hope that we can actually send out the mask case to you as a token. All right, and last but not least, we're going to try to show you what we're going to do for our next episode. Okay, our episode 4, which we are thinking of doing it on the 7th of August, is it? 7, 8, 9. Or is it 8 or 6 of August? 6th of August. Okay? And in the month of August, we are celebrating our National Day. Okay? So we are going to do a National Day edition, okay, of Get It Right. All right? And we, as usual, we also have our stuntman Jia Jun to do a special stunt. Okay, one of the key highlights during National Day is parachuting. So Jia Jun is going to do parachute for us. All right. So until then, please remember to like us, comment, and share our video. And we see you again on the 6th of August. All right. So thank you so much. We see you soon. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Cool, it's only 32 like today. It's only 32 view today.